The Killing Joke by Alan Moore is one of the most iconic comics ever written, and it really does live up to the hype. The book opens up with Batman arriving at Arkham Asylum, and we see him passing loads of his villains' cells as he's on his way to visit the Joker. He gives them a speech about one of them killing the other, and he wants to try and talk it out at least once so it doesn't weigh on his conscience. But we quickly find out that this is not the Joker. And while this is all happening, we see that the Joker is actually elsewhere buying a funfair. Later at the Batcave, Batman is pondering with Alfred how both of them hate each other, but Batman and Joker don't really know anything about each other. Then we get to probably the most famous part of this story, where Jim Gordon and Barbara Gordon are talking in a house when they hear a knock at the door. Barbara Gordon opens the door to see the Joker with a camera and a gun, and he does some unsavory things. I'm not gonna say everything he does, but just know Barbara Gordon can't walk no more. Jim Gordon is then taken to Joker's funfair, and it's really hard to talk about this book because Jim and a lot of people get their clothes taken away, so it's hard to talk about this as well as put the pictures up. I've also neglected to mention that intercut with the story are little bits of backstory and lore on the Joker. Now, the Joker is self-admittedly a unreliable narrator, but the story he goes with in The Killing Joke is that he was a struggling comedian, and all he wanted to do was support his pregnant wife. In order to do this, he started working with a gang, and he had this whole heist planned out, and on the day of the heist, his wife actually died. And seeing as he had nothing to lose now, he just went along with it. Jim Gordon is tortured mentally and physically until Batman arrives. And after all this torture, he's still not broken, and he tells him that he wants Joker brought in by the book to show that not everyone is to go insane, and it really is just Joker. A chase ensues until Batman eventually does catch the Joker, and they have a really good scrap. Something that I haven't really mentioned right now is that the art in this book is really beautiful, but it all culminates in Joker firing a fake gun at Batman, and it ends with just them talking. Batman tries to reach out one last time, but he's denied by the Joker, and the Joker tells one last joke, and the book ends with them laughing together until silence. And this ending has sparked the debate of if Batman killed the Joker. He did, but yeah, that was The Killing Joke, and it's probably one of, if not my favorite Batman comic I've ever read. But let me know what other comics you want me to cover. Also, if you didn't know, I also make music, and you should go listen to it. My new EP just dropped, and if you're in London and would love to support me, you can get tickets to my new show in my bio thing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Listen to my music, follow, get tickets to my show, maybe.